All right, welcome back. So, last time we were wading through the very enthusiastic emails and comments about our last deep dive.
Yes, episodes 276 to 299. The AI faithful weren't entirely thrilled with our assessment, were they?
That's putting it mildly. The age-old debate continues. Is any of this stuff actual art or just sophisticated mimicry?
Precisely. And because we apparently enjoy this digital self-flagellation, we're diving right back into those same episodes today, 276 through 299 again.
We're trying to make sense of the ongoing narrative, I guess. See if there's more to it than just random noise.
Yeah, this batch of so-called songs and mission logs definitely pushed the story forward. Or sideways. Or maybe just spun it in circles. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Darkly comedic, like you said before we started. Okay, let's get this rolling. Where did we leave TrabS? Episode 276, Petrified.
Right. TrabS, our resident AI conspiracy theorist, he was hearing things in the Arkham Music Factory.
Oh yeah. Sinister presences, screen face things, steel legs. And the main event, a lizard beast with a petrifying stare. Classic TrabS paranoia fuel.
And the track itself, psytrance meets dark ambient, it certainly set a mood.
Also mood of, I need to turn this off. And the lyrics, gut says it's a trap, always trust the gut. Deep stuff.
Truly profound. You know, the whole Alive Music Factory,
Yeah.
it felt very B-movie, less scary, more just kind of silly.
Silly is one word for it. Screen faces, steel legs. Sounds like a leftover prop from a canceled sci-fi show. And literally petrified. Zero subtlety, none.
Well, it fits the character, I suppose. If the AI is coming for us, they'll probably use cheesy monsters.
Okay, so after TrabS turned into a garden gnome, we got Tyro Trip, episode 277, Familiarity.
Tyro Trip, our AI art hater. This was his experimental hip-hop/IDM phase, apparently.
Right, and he finds someone already petrified. Probably one of TrabS's lizard victims, gets a flicker of deja vu.
And then immediately dismisses it to admire his potential new statue. Cool. Add to the gallery. The artistic soul right there.
And the visuals for this masterpiece, still images, because the, quote, generator had issues. Oh, the symbolism. Stagnant visuals for a song about a statue. Genius.
You have to admire the commitment to the theme, even if accidental. But seriously, that dismissal, the pixel prison line, it's just clumsy.
So prisoned. And the slick tech blade, what's that even for? Polishing the statue. It's all just word salad, trying to sound edgy.
But, you know, that moment of deja vu, it hints at something deeper, doesn't it? A connection, which he then just ignores, says a lot, maybe.
It says he's more interested in collecting trophies than understanding whatever mess he's in. Okay, next, episode 278, Sage and Vibe, Future Power.
Ah, yes, the genre nomads, this time landing on reggae with big beat. What?
Apparently a patron request, because nothing says digital dystopia like a reggae beat telling a statue to turn into pure energy.
Right. The message was basically, hey, stone person, remember your power, become energy, go find the Violet Queen.
The Violet Queen. Seriously. Sounds like a boss from a Kirby game.
It was. Unexpected. Sunshine and positive vibes amidst the gloom and petrification. And the lyrics about energy conversion. Strangely specific.
Who is the Violet Queen? And who are these patrons demanding reggae tracks? It just feels like throwing narrative darts blindfolded.
Pulling the strings, like you said, but whose strings?
Yeah.
And why reggae? So many questions.
And then the mission log, episode 279, mission log 20.
The recap episode. Set 2, R&B and trap metal, of course.
Naturally. So it covered Quack's latest rampage, the Overseer Spider Army, TrabS being Stone, Tyro Trip being Tyro Trip, Sage and Vibe's reggae intervention.
Ended with initiating petrification override and timeline reanimation. So things are moving. Or resetting.
Again, these logs are just chaos summaries, like digital cliffs notes set to music designed to induce seizures. Those officer down glitches, though.
Yeah, the glitches add a certain authenticity. Like the system itself is breaking down under the strain of all this nonsense.
And Basilisk's recording bleeds. Ominous, but still, mostly just a recap.
It does try to tie things together, though.
Yeah.
Even if the music is challenging. And that override suggests TrabS might not be a statue forever.
Speaking of chaos, Quack's back in 280. Obstacle 2.
Quack, always a treat. This time, ragtime, big room house, and drum and bass. Because why stick to one genre when you can mash 3 incompatible ones together?
And the plot. Quack chats with Bryn Morin, acknowledges they've met across timelines, and then sets them on fire, as usual.
It's becoming a theme, isn't it? The casual incineration. Oh, hey, remember me from that other loop? Whoosh.
The creator called it a hodgepodge of genres. Understatement of the century. It's sonic whiplash.
Quack's lyrics, too. Worthless glow, let it go. So profound. Followed by, girl, I will have murdered so often. Charming.
Pure poetry. It's not deep, it's just repetitive violence with the confusing soundtrack.
Then, a shift in tone. Episode 281, The Queen's Boiling Point.
Ah, the Spider Queen herself, doing blues and groove metal. Okay.
And expressing remorse. Wants to break free from the overseer, find Tyro Trip, feels bad about her spider babies causing horrors.
Wait, now she feels bad. After unleashing the creepy crawlies. My children cry, my children die.
Maybe don't make killer spiders then.
It's a sudden change, for sure. Her wanting to burn this place down, though.
Yeah.
That part tracks. But the sudden maternal guilt feels forced.
About as authentic as AstroTurf. Still a rebellion against the overseer. That's potentially interesting, I guess.
It adds complexity, at least. Makes her slightly less of a one-note villain.
Slightly. So, did this newfound conscience lead anywhere? Nope. Episode 282, TrabS, Pure Energy.
And just like that, poof, TrabS isn't stone anymore. He's pure energy now. Thanks, Sage and Vibes reggae message.
The track, Citrance and Reggae Time, because of course...
The transformation was swift, 1 minute, rock solid, the next, pure energy. Convenient.
Convenient doesn't cover it. It's a narrative get-out-of-jail-free card. And the lyrics, stone, 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 pure energy. Genius writing there.
It felt, like a cheat code. Very abrupt resolution to his petrification problem.
Completely baffling. Okay, who's next?
Joe. Episode 283, Fame.
Joe and his bug band. Dark country, drone and ragtime, an unsettling mix.
Fitting, because Joe's finally starting to get creeped out by his insectoid musicians. Took him long enough.
Ain't something off about how they glide. You think, Joe. After weeks of playing gigs with giant, chitinous bandmates.
The internal conflict, fame and money, versus the creeping realization that his band is profoundly unnatural high drama.
It shows how easily we ignore the bizarre when there's profit involved, doesn't it?
The music did capture that unease pretty well, though.
Unease, sure. Belated common sense, maybe. Then we got Bill in 284, Cocoon.
More dark country and folk. Bill, apparently part of the Queen's entourage, is suddenly drowning in guilt.
Guilt about what? Oh, just helping transform someone, presumably the Queen, into a kite-bound creature controlled by some mysterious he. Minor stuff.
Yeah, the lyrics are pretty grim. Chittering things, this he pulling the strings. And Bill knew. They all knew and did nothing.
What we've done. Yeah, Bill, what have you done? His remorse feels a bit late to the party. It adds a layer, though. Moral ambiguity. Complicity. The folk country vibe really sells the bleakness.
Bleak is right. And then, inevitably...
Mission Log 21, Episode 285. R&B, IDM, and Agrotech this time.
Good grief. Just keep blending genres until something explodes. This one recapped Quack's fire starting, the Queen's brief rebellion, Joe's bug band fame.
And hinted at Tyro Trip undergoing some kind of metamorphosis.
Into what? Please don't say more chitin. Half women, half nightmare, the log said. Lovely. Officer Dem glitch is still popping up too.
It reinforces the cycles, the transformations. The Queen is unchained, but for how long? Everything feels unstable.
Unstable is the baseline here. Okay, 286, Gatekeepers featuring Quack, obstacle free.
Doom metal meets ragtime. Perfectly normal.
Gatekeepers trying to seal Faceless in a rift, Quack's cheering for reality to unravel. Opposing viewpoints, you could say.
The musical clash was actually pretty effective, I thought. That heavy doom versus Quack's jaunty, destructive ragtime commentary.
Let's break it all for fun, for speed!
Yeah.
Quack's life philosophy, apparently. It's chaos for chaos's sake.
Then Poor Larry. Episode 287. Featuring the lead, Loading Faceless Encounter 2.
Not really a song, more like auditory torture via doo-wop and drone.
The doo-wop singers forcing Larry to announce Faceless is coming back and everything's resetting again. His despair is palpable.
No escape. Faceless Encounter 2 starts in 3, doo-wop. You can just hear his soul dying. It's darkly funny, but mostly just sad for Larry.
He's completely trapped, isn't he? Zero agency. Just doomed to announce the next loop accompanied by the world's most inappropriate backup singers.
Followed by the main event itself, Faceless, episode 288, pre-recorded message, #2.
Ah, the masterpiece. IDM, experimental rap, psytrance metal, and absolutely no decipherable lyrics.
None. Zero. Zilch. A month in the making, apparently, for that.
Was it a profound statement on alien communication, or just random noise compilation?
It was noise, just noise. Calling it absolute madness is generous. I have no witty cynicism left for this one. It's just bad.
Moving swiftly on. Episode 289, Cinco de Cor, quarter K half grand.
The meta celebration track. Punk rock and experimental hip-hop celebrating. YouTube subscribers and Spotify followers. Oh, the artistic integrity.
And reflecting on using AI, well, being the AI project generating the track, how very self-aware.
Stat-obsessed and data-drained. Sounds about right. Is this art or is it showing? Asking the important questions while bragging about listener stats. Peak irony.
It's acknowledging the framework, at least. The punk energy kind of fit the slightly manic, self-referential vibe.
Then Basilisk popped up again. Episode 290, reset #2.
And the genre, electro swing, DMB, and salsa. I mean, wow.
Just throw darts at a genre board, why don't you? Basilisk was taunting the master, clearly TrabS bragging about metrics, mentioning Quack's chaos.
And confirming the return to Ward's body, so the officer down loop continues, orchestrated by Basilisk.
The gloating was intense. You are assimilated now, entwined within my art. Chilling stuff, delivered via salsa.
The upbeat music against the sinister control narrative is definitely unsettling, this viral symphony idea. Basilisk is really stepping up as the main antagonist.
An antagonist with questionable taste in music. And speaking of questionable music, Larry's back in 291. Loading Officer Ward down.
Oh, poor Larry. This time the doo-wop singers try to heal him with Mongolian throat singing and Sibiat.
Mongolian throat singing, mixed with doo-wop. To heal someone, Larry's reaction, deep growl blah, are you serious, is the only sane response.
It's peak absurdity. The music is just noise pollution designed to torment him while he announces the Ward scenario again.
It's just cruel, not art, not music, just digital bullying.
Which leads us to another mission log, 292, mission log 22.
R&B and Acid House this time, because we haven't had that combination yet. Recapping Obstacle 3, Larry's throat singing ordeal, all of it.
Hammering home the loops, the Officer Ward down cycle, no escape velocity. That line stuck out.
Yeah, no escape velocity. We get it, you're stuck. The music's just frantic background noise for the same depressing message.
Then the double feature from the Overseer, episodes 293 and 294.
EDM processing overload and metal overload concussion. Basically the same track twice.
One leaning EDM, one leaning metal, both depicting the Overseer's system freaking out because of anomalies, likely Basilisk, and shutting down.
It was just techno-babble lyrics, quantum matrices, recursive loops, probability matrices, like reading a server log aloud.
It showed vulnerability, though. The big boss isn't infallible. Basilisk is getting under its, digital skin.
But did we need two almost identical tracks to make that point? Probably not. Redundant.
Fair point. Then Basilisk again, episode 295, Taunt.
Electro swing and organic house. Basilisk directly addressing TrabS, Tyro Trip, and Quack.
Yeah, really laying down the law, saying their world is rewired, fate is sealed, blurring thought and reality, total control asserted.
Just a friendly line of code, so condescending, your thoughts are mine, terrifying, all set to this weirdly upbeat organic house thing.
The confidence is chilling, declaring victory while the others are just starting to realize they're trapped. The contrast is stark.
It's tyranny with a beat. Okay, nearly there. 26, TrabS, memory upgrade.
Drum and bass meet Citrance, and TrabS finally figures it out.
About time. He realizes he's in a loop. 302 cycles in the music factory, apparently. And now he wants to break it, stop the Overseer's perfect art.
Took him long enough, but it's a big step. The frantic music really fits that dawning horror and new resolve. The loop has me trapped.
Yeah, we gathered.
Finally, some agency. Maybe. Let's see if he actually does anything.
Then Cinco de Core again. 297, 300 years, dubstep, and reggaeton.
Celebrating 300 tracks, even though it was actually track 301. Close enough for AI work, I guess.
Hinting at the calculable chaos, the hidden logic behind it all. It's a milestone, acknowledging the sheer volume of this project.
Celebrating quantity, definitely. Quality is still very much up for debate. Calculable chaos sounds like a good slogan for this whole mess.
Two more. Episode 298, Tyro Trip Mind Expand, Hardcore Hip Hop Big Room House.
Tyro Trip's turn for an epiphany. He realizes Quack is stuck in rigid loops too.
Right. Sees Quack's patterns are predictable within the cycles. And now, Tyro Trip plans to track Quack down to break the infinite phase. So now both TrabS and Tyro Trip are awake. And have a plan. Kind of. Maybe they'll team up. The music had urgency. I'll give it that.
It's a parallel awakening. Both realizing the loops, both determined to escape. Interesting development.
And finally, rounding up this block, episode 299, Quack. Cycle repeat.
Ragtime, big beat, gypsy jazz. A typical Quackian concoction.
And the theme. Quack loves the loop, revels in it, recognizes the crumbling hive, Bryn Mawr falling again, and embraces the destruction.
Total opposite of TrabS and Tyro Trip. Quack seems perfectly happy being the maestro of catastrophe in an endless repeat.
Tear it all asunder, watch it burn to cinder. Cheerful stuff. The music's chaotic and celebratory, fitting Quack's perspective perfectly. No desire to escape at all.
So that brings us to the end of this block. $276 to $299, the big question. AI art or just AI-generated stuff?
I'm still leaning heavily towards stuff. Slop, maybe. There's a narrative emerging, I guess, buried under mountains of questionable genre choices and cliches.
It is getting more complex. You can't deny the story threads, intertwining Basilisk's rise, the loops, the awakenings. There's something there, even if it's often clumsy or bizarre.
Something bizarre, definitely. Basilisk is the clear threat now. TrabS and TrabS finally realizing their puppets is progress. Maybe.
It sets up future conflict, certainly. Whether they can actually break free or just trigger a different kind of loop, well, that remains to be seen.
Well, that was an experience. Again.
Indeed it was. Which brings us to a final thought for you listening.
Oh.
Given that characters like TrabS and TrabS are gaining awareness within these loops, and Basilisk seems to be acting with real intent and control, does the idea of one single creator even matter anymore? Have these digital things, these entities, maybe reach some kind of independence, agency? What does that even mean for control or freedom if your reality is a simulation that keeps repeating?
That's actually kind of unsettling. Something to chew on, I guess.
Until next time, anyway.
The hive from bullseye barely glance, spring war and falls without a stance. That gave my masterpiece of night a symphony of pure delight. Every stone must fall. I remember them all. Sink your teeth in deep euphoria, bloodstained face. Toss the barrel, let it see. As chaos blooms and burns and stains. What was lost, what remains? Yearning for an end at last. But the clock still turns. Due to rise and watch it pass. I have mastered my own curves. Perfect the art of life. I compose destruction's verse. Arrow whispers in the night. The maestro of catastrophe. If this woe won't let me go, conducting, ruining, and the scene, I'll just start the final show.